Okay, this will be the meeting of the area planning.
Okay. Good morning, Commissioners. We have two items for your agenda this morning, UZOs 11 and 12 of 23. The first one, UZO 11. The property owner is Nora Kersey. She has property on Rio Grande Avenue between 6931 and 6985 East Rio Grande Avenue. Her current zoning A1, proposed zoning C4 for
Thank you.
childcare use. Surrounding uses are agricultural to the north, south, and west. East is a C2 and an R2 medium density. The area is single-family homes and farm ground. Operating immediately to the east is a child care center. This request will expand the commercial use of this location. The child care center is permitted use by right in the C4 district. Incomplete site plan was submitted. We'll need a revised site plan to be submitted depicting the building location, parking, and adherence to setbacks. State releases are needed at the time of permitting for the septic design. So we offered a favorable recommendation to include the revised site plan with the depiction of the parking and hard surface of all public use areas or relief from the Board of Zoning Appeals. There were no remonstrators present that day, and the Area Plan Commission also offered a favorable recommendation.
Okay. Do you want to have any comment? Just expanding your business?
No.
Oh, good.
All right.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All by?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Second item on the agenda this morning, it was UZO 12 of 23, the property owner's plumber and steam fitter local 157, represented by Mr. Shagley. The common address is 8680 East Miller Avenue, but the site is located on the north side of East Milner, approximately 4,400 feet east of the intersection of East Milner Avenue and North Chamberlain Street. It is currently A1, the proposed zoning C3 regional commercial for a new education, training, and vocational center. This area is identified as suburban residential with low-intensity residential as the development priority. Surrounding uses north and south, A1 north also has an R2, west and east are RS residential suburban. The petitioner proposes to construct on site a 49,662 square foot building to be used as an educational training and vocational center. There are existing concerns over increased traffic, strain on local roads, water, and sanitary disposal at this location. Residential suburban adjoins to the east, landscaping buffer plan is required where residential adjoins. The site plan submitted indicates approximately 70 parking stalls, not included in ADA, required as one space for every 100 square feet of gross floor area in the building, or one parking space for each 25 square feet of classroom, whichever provides the greater number of spaces. 3 off-street loading spaces are required but not depicted, one space for each 15,000 square feet of total area. State releases will be required prior to permitting. A CGSP, or construction grading stormwater plan, will be required prior to foundation releases. From the petitioner's representative, communicated electronically on 8/14 and by request of staff, there will be Monday through Friday, anticipating 10 to 15 people every day and 30 to 40 at night. Saturdays, approximately 20, 6 to 8 full-time staff members. This is a private building. They are anticipating needs of 125 parking spots. They are anticipating having 132 to 150 spots. They will also have ADA parking. And none of the trees will be removed, which they believe will act as a good natural buffer to the residents to the east. This could be approved, but will require approval from the Board of Zoning Appeals. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays, 7 a.m. to noon are the anticipated operation hours. The plan is to have controlled lighting that will not have a negative effect on neighbors. All signage will be on the property owned by the plumbers and steam fitters, and the property is served by public utilities. Typically, once impacts are accounted for and all hazards overcome, these types of developments can be beneficial to a local economy. So therefore, staff offered a favorable recommendation with approval of the landscape and buffer plan, revised site plan to meeting or exceeding development standards as outlined in the UZO, and approval of the major subdivision. There were some remonstrators present that evening. They were citing some of the familiar concerns that we listed as a part of our report. The Area Plan Commission also forwarded a favorable recommendation.
Richard.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Richard Shagley. I'm with the law firm Wright, Shagley & Lowry. And today I'm here on behalf of petitioner Steam Fitters Local 157. As Jared mentioned, the Staff gave it a favorable review, and the Area Plan Commission gave a favorable recommendation to you today. The Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 157 is asking for this rezoning for the construction of a $10 million educational facility. As you're probably aware, they are currently operating a educational center across the street from this. They own a pretty vast amount of land in that area. And one of the recommendations by the Area Plan Office was the subdivision. That has been filed by a line. They're carving off a piece to build this facility across the street. As mentioned, there were a couple of people in attendance at the Area Plan meeting with concerns regarding the traffic. Admittedly, once that road is repaved, there is some excessive speeding of not only the members of the Local 157 apprenticeship program, but I think just in general. Since that time, I've been made aware that another reminder to the apprentices has gone out for them to slow down. I think part of what creates that issue is right now, the plumbers and steamfitters only have apprenticeship classes at night. So generally, younger members, the apprentices, work all day and then travel from all around to come to classes at night. And they send classes for a few hours, and when that's done, they're ready to go. Fortunately, with the construction of this new facility, this will be spread out, and there won't be as many night classes because they're going to a new program where they'll be going to class during the day. So we believe this will naturally take care of some of the traffic issues. As Jared mentioned, we did hear from one neighbor to the east. He had concerns over traffic, lighting, trees, and water. As you can see by the site plan presented, there's a retention pond behind the building. And once I explained to the neighbor what that would do and how that would benefit him, he no longer had any concerns about that. I also alleviated concerns about the light, because there will be some directional light, but it should not affect him in any negative way. Fortunately, in this situation, there's a pretty good buffer of trees that are not going to be removed. So naturally, there's a good buffer between the neighbor to the east and to this facility. We believe this is a good thing, not only for the Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 157 members, but for our community. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Yeah, there were a couple people that, just like what you said, they were concerned about traffic, but they were still very supportive of the project. And it's a great project, like $10 million is going to be great for training local workforce. So I think we talked about maybe putting in some extra signs for hidden drives, things like that.
Yeah.
That's things that we'll work with our highway department on. I'm fine with it. I think it's great.
No questions.
It's a big investment, guys. Yeah.
As you know, there's a lot of good work coming to our area, and they're just wanting to be prepared and be able to man those positions.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I
Motion to
appreciate it.
approve.
Second.
All right.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the investment, guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We will recess. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Two.
I gotta go back to court.